Students, this is Heather. I wanted to go over Theris paper since it can be a little confusing. So with this, I do have it up in the module. I will have a sample. We'll kind of help you through it. With this, it is going to be used in your portfolio for practicum. So make sure you keep this one and my notes. I'm not saving it, so you guys need to save it. Now with this, you will be picking 3 theorists. So your options of the 3 is either Piaget, Erikson, Bronfenbrenner, Maslow, or Vygotsky. The sample that I have provided is not on these theorists, it's on other theorists, but these are the 5 for this semester. So make sure you're only picking these 5 or you will not receive points for the whole assignment. So with this, you're going to be comparing and contrasting 3 theorists. So you pick 3 out of these 5. It is a relatively longer paper, so I just wanted to kind of throw that out. You should be kind of estimating 8 to 9 pages, if not more, and it's broken down pretty well so students can maneuver it. I really do suggest for students to follow the format. Following the format is going to be the most important thing for students to obtain points, because I'm going to be going through the grading rubric looking, did they do this, did they did that, all the things that are required. So make sure you just follow the format and you should, overall do well. So the first thing you're going to need is the APA title page. So that's in the module 2. Then you're going to be starting your paper off. The actual written part, you're going to be doing an introduction. So your introduction is basically the background information of these 3 theorists. So, you want their name, date of birth, what were their profession, what country were they born in, things like that. Some details in that area. So I do want you to identify similarities and differences in these backgrounds. So one other thing that you really have to make note is you're going to be citing an APA also. So make sure that you're getting citing resources in APA. Now, the next part, which is where a lot of the points are going to be coming from, is actually the body of the work. So this is where you're going to be this is going to be about 4 pages in this area. So be mindful there is subsections in this that can really help you get to those page limits and get all the details. So I'm really looking for details. Are you answering all the questions? So the first part is going to be the education and specialization of each theorist, of the 3 theorists that you pick. So you want to follow this format. So if you're picking theorist 1 is Erikson, you're going to talk about Erikson. If theorist 2 is Bronfenbrenner, you're going to pick Bronfenbrenner. If theorist 3 is Vygotsky, you're going to talk about Vygotsky or Piaget, whoever you're picking. So you want to have their education or specialization. You want details in there. So make sure that is pretty detailed. Then the next part, the next couple subsections kind of confused students a little bit, so I kind of wanted to go over it. So you're going to be addressing similarities and differences on their education-related work and specialization. So follow this format. This will really help students get the points, and I'm really looking through, did you do this, did you do that? So to help you with the format, you're going to do similarities between theorist 1 and theorist 2. Then the next section, which would be a paragraph, the next paragraph would be similarities between theorists 1 and 3. Then similarities between theorists 2 and 3. Then you're going to talk about their differences. So you're going to be talking about difference between theorist 1 and theorist 2. Differences between theorist 1 and theorist 3. Differences between 2 and 3. So if you kind of see where we're going with this, it's really setting you up. It's really trying to help you get all the points you possibly can. You need to be citing in APA the sources that you're using, so you need citations. Then the next part is you're going to be talking about the significance or the theories or the theories, like their stages, levels, whichever you pick, but whether they're significant beliefs, like what sets them apart from other theorists. So you're going to talk about theorist 1, you're going to talk about theorist 2, and theorist 3. And then the next section, you're going to be talking about the similarities and differences again. So you're going to be kind of following this format, similarities between 1 and 2, and keep going down the list. Then the next part is talking about their significant contribution to the field of early childhood. So they have significance. Each one kind of laid the playing field for another theorist or set something in motion. So you're really going to be talking about theory 1, and then theorist 2, and then theorist 3. So that part, all in that that area. This should be about 4 pages, if not more. You also are going to need to cite, and you're going to need to cite an APA. So that's a big chunk of your piece, big chunk of your points on this assignment. Then you're going to do a conclusion. So your conclusion, you're going to talk about 4 significant concepts that you've learned about theories or the theories and their beliefs. Please note this is not a list. You do need to have at least a sentence per the significant concept that you learned. So that's at least 4 sentences. Then you're going to provide an explanation about your future growth. Like, how does this information help you as, working with young children and things like that. And then anything that you wanted to share about the assignment, something that you thought interesting, or maybe which theories you felt like you connected more to, or kind of believe a little bit more about their, their belief systems. You're also going to need an APA reference page. So if you keep going down, this is where, all the points are coming from. So you'll know where your points are coming from. So, your introduction's 10 points, the body of the work, which is that long 4-page part, is 30 points. Your conclusion is 10 points. And then, your writing quality. Are you writing an APA? Do you have a title page? Do you have a reference page? Are you citing is going to be 10 points. So the total will be 60 points. So I really hope that helped. I do have a sample. It's not of the 3 theories that are assigned to our class, but it still will help students understand like formatting and what my expectations are, what I'm looking for. I want details. I want you to explain it. I want you to take the information in. So hopefully that helped.